Hi guys, today we're going to look at word problems, a new unit on word problems that we kind of skipped over a little bit and we kind of brushed through early in the school year. So we're going to go back and kind of look at it a little bit more in depth. The first lesson is just looking at some general word problems and setting up let statements and equations for them. So I've got some examples here. Example 1. You're always going to notice a comparison being made. They're comparing the width of a rectangle is 15 feet longer than twice its length. This first sentence is comparing the width to the length. So what I do is I take whatever's at the end of the sentence is what everything's being compared to. So I call this x. So in my let statements, I say let x equal the length of the rectangle. And the width, if you go back and reread this, the width is 15 feet longer than twice the length. So I'm going to call the width twice the length, 2x, plus 15 feet longer. And that's going to represent the width of the rectangle. If you draw a picture, it looks like this. You've got the length is 2x plus 15, and the width is x. It says if the perimeter of the rectangle is 150 feet, find its dimensions. So the perimeter is all of them added together, or 2 times the width plus 2 times the length equals the whole perimeter, 150 feet. So what I've done is I've set up let statements, I've set up an equation, and now I'm going to solve. So 2x plus 4x plus 30 equals 150. Combine like terms, 6x plus 30 equals 150. Subtract the 30 over, 6x equals 120. Divide by 6, x equals 20. Once I get my x value, I'm going to take it and I'm going to plug it back into the let statements to figure out what the length and width are. So if x is 20, then my length here, I'll switch colors. My length here is 20 feet, and I'll plug into the width. 2 times 20 plus 15 is going to be 40, plus 15 is 55 feet. And those are my length and width. Okay. Another example would be one number is 22 less than the second number. If the greater number is subtracted from twice the lesser number, the difference is 16. Your comparison is in the first sentence. One number is 22 less than a second number. So I'm going to let the second number be x. And if I go back and reread that, one number is 22 less than a second number. So x minus 22 would be the one number, or I'll call it the first number. Then they're going to describe an equation in the next sentence. If the greater number is subtracted from twice the lesser number, the difference is 16. So if the greater number is x, because that's bigger than x minus 22, is being subtracted from something else, from twice the lesser number. So 2 times the smaller number is x minus 22. Then the difference is 16. This equals 16. Okay, and we're going to solve now. So I'm going to distribute 2x minus 44 minus x equals 16. I'm going to end up with x minus 44 equals 16. When I add 44 to both sides, I end up with x equals 60. I take this 60, I plug it back into the two let statements to get my final answers. And so I have the second number is 60, and the first number is 60 minus 22, which is going to be 38. And those are my two final answers. So this is a little bit different from what we've been working on, and all word problems are a little bit different from each other. The last example, you have a comparison of 3 people. Lisa earned twice as much money as Tim, and Tim earned 3 fewer dollars than John. So I might let, in here I have 2 comparisons. You could let X be the amount of money John earns. John's money. And then Tim earned 3 fewer dollars than John. So if I work my way back in the sentence to get Tim's let statement, I'm going to say X minus 3, because Tim earned 3 less than John. And then Lisa earned twice as much money as Tim. So Lisa is 2 times whatever Tim was. So 2 times x minus 3 equals Lisa's amount of money. Now, they don't tell us how much they earned altogether, but they say that half the amount earned by John is $6 less than the amount earned by Tim. So this is creating an equation here, this sentence right here. Half the amount earned by John is $6 less than the amount earned by Tim. So I'm going to set up an equation. Half the amount earned by John, so 1/2 of x, is equals $6 less than, so take away 6 at the end, less than the amount earned by Tim. Tim earned x minus 3. And there's my equation. I have a fraction, so I'm going to clear the fraction. I'm going to multiply everything by 2. So times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. I have x, because these cancel, equals 2x minus 6 minus 12. That's going to give me x equals 2x minus 18. And if you subtract 2x on both sides, or subtract x and then add 18, you end up with x equals 18. If I plug those back into my let statements, I have that John earned $18 because he's just x. Tim earned $3 less than that. He earned 15. And Lisa earned twice that. She earned 30. Okay, so for each example, I would just expect you guys to set up equations and let statements and then plug them back in to get the final answers. Okay, we'll be going over this in class also. Thanks.